There's no doubt tonight will entail
a lot of people, a lot of traffic, a lot of excitement.
And for bars, that means a lot of booze.
New Year's is very busy.
Terry Corliss, the CEO of Mad Dog's restaurant group, sees it every year.
You get a lot of people flock to the river.
But there's something else he also wants to see.
Everybody needs to know they've arrived home safely.
Which is why Mad Dog has teamed up with others, including Lyft, to offer $5 off of a Lyft ride tonight.
To really make an influence and get to the right people who need transport assistance on this key night.
Attorney Shannon Locke knows how important that is.
I've been doing this for 15 years and seen a lot of DWI cases, especially stemming from the holidays.
Cases that could cost you.
The costs can spiral out of control.
From the legal fees, court fees, jail fees, increased insurance rate, and impound lot fees.
It usually ranges from $15,000 to $20,000.
Not to mention,
it is embarrassing and it's extraordinarily stressful.
So before you get behind that wheel,
make good decisions.
So you can have a
safe and fun festive end to the holiday season.
Julissa Rosari, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.